Welcome to this week's segment. My name is Caleb, and as some of you may know, I've been with the village now for coming up on 3 years. I've been here since the start and a little bit before of Metropolitan and Stories and all of Meadows. So we're going to give you guys a little taste of what it is that we get to play with on a day-to-day basis. So kind of starting off first, a new kind of fun thing that one of our servers, Jennifer, is doing. Every single day she's coming in and doing a fun little setting to bring a little splash of color into everything that we're, into this crazy world that we're living right now. So for the most part, a lot of this stuff is Jennifer's, and so she's taking that on, kind of just bringing a little funness, and then some of it's actually now starting to get donated by some of the residents. So they're kind of getting a little twist and playing with it as well. So that's just a little fun thing that she's been splashing in. If you want to follow me, we'll kind of go through a little bit of the front of house here, and then show you guys what you don't get to see in the back of house. So starting off, open kitchen, so we'll be kind of jumping back there in just a little bit. First I want to kind of start off though, this partial front of house, back of house. This is the garmager station, or the Garmo as we like to call it. Typically it's just a cold salad kind of prep area, very sanitary up front, and a lot of refrigeration. So that's what you see right here. So this is a cold well, and it keeps it all refrigerated. This is then our lettuces, all the different toppings that we have for all of our different salads, stuff like that. It looks a little bit different right now, obviously, because we're in all-to-go mode, but this is a fun place to kind of come. Here you can also see we like to keep these out. These are our use records, so it kind of helps us, anybody that's jumping on the line, they can see exactly what the recipe is for each of the different items, to help ensure that you guys get the same thing every single time. So quality as well as consistency, very key for a kitchen. So I'll come on back here. For some of you, this is the first time getting a sneak peek. But then right back in here, now we have kind of our cold station. And so this is where we do a lot of our salads, quesadillas, things like that. So as you can see, there's lots of prep and lots of organization that goes into what's kind of going on in here. Then we have lots of fun equipment. So some of my favorite pieces, we have right here the Turbo Chef. So this Turbo Chef is kind of interesting. It blows hot air from the top and the bottom, so it helps dry out all the things it's cooking. So that's what the intensity is. It brings out the humidity, so it cooks it really, really fast. On top of the things that we kind of play with, you can see right here, you can preset some times and temperatures, so you can cook a pizza. And this is not lying when it says, a loaded thin crust, 2 minutes. And it will cook a pizza in 2 minutes. And so that's how we get a lot of our quesadillas done in and out in a minute and a half. So it helps with efficiency as well as then consistency. So really, really great tool. And again, we have 2 of them. So it helps us bang out a lot of stuff quick. Right here, this is something we've more recently in the past year and a half kind of installed. So we have 2 different hot boxes, normally used to keep food hot, which you can kind of see in here for some of our specials. Typically though, what we use this for is not actually for food. When we're in full service, we actually put all our plates in here. So then that helps keep we have cold plates in the refrigerator and we have hot plates in the hot box, so that our food stays hot and stays cold, which again is very appreciated, I'm sure, from everybody else. Then this is the coup de grace of all of our equipment. So this is the Altisham combi oven, or combination combi thermal oven. So it uses temperature as well as humidity. So lots of really awesome things about this. It's a triple pane glass to keep all the heat in. It keeps it really consistent, as well as you can see, it's very high tech. So you can actually even plug in USB ports into here, so that you can then program this with all of your different recipes, set for temperatures, times, things like that. so it's very user-friendly and quick, as well as has some really fun features of self-cleaning. So this actually is a little hose that's connected, so you can spray within, and then it comes with some really nice little features of just throwing in a little tablet like a dishwasher, and it will self-clean and get a lot of that stuff off. So it helps us, again, with efficiency of our time, and then keeps our products tip-top shape. Next, the big thing that a lot of you guys know appreciate is our fryer. So with our fryer, we filter this out on a daily basis, sometimes more depending on what the special is or how much we're cooking. It stays at a consistent temperature, which is crucial for fried food. So this stays at 355 degrees. 350 degrees to keep that consistency. So every single time you drop, you get a nice crisp crunch on your fried things. And then we switch out the oil at least every 3 days, if not more, again, depending on what the special is or how much we're kind of rolling with. Then kind of moving on, we have our pasta maker, so this just keeps water at a boiling hot temperature so we can drop and go real quick and get pasta done. We have our hot well, which just keeps, again, on days like today, not as much going on it because we're not fully functioning and open, so a few less things, but we keep all of our quick grab stuff up here. Then kind of going into the hot side, so this is then our grill and our saute. Again, very compact, but that's how ergonomics, we're able to knock stuff out really quick, so you don't got to move around too much. There's sometimes we have 4 different people back here, so it really kind of fills in a lot of the space, but everyone has their zone and knows what they're doing. And then that's why we also then have some quick grab refrigerated items in here. So then we can easily grab and make whatever happens to be on the menu, or whatever everyone ordering right there and there. Then we do have then our hood system, which isn't super fun and fascinating to a lot of people, but it keeps fires and smoke and a whole lot of bad stuff from happening. So this is very, very important, as well as these little doodads right here. This is our Ansel system. So in case of any emergency, there is a button which you don't really see, but it's right outside the kitchen there, that then they just drop down. Some people have known this for powder, but more recently it looks more like a green ooze that then erupts and puts out any fire. So very fun, a little scary on that end, but lots of safety stuff. So we'll just keep on moving through. Here's kind of our quick prep sink area for just setting up our sandwiches and things like that. Again, like we talked on the other side, just another hot box to keep all of plates and stuff hot. Here's our quick grab refrigerator for fruit cups, veg of the day, things like that. A little wine, whenever we're feeling lucky or trying to get there on a good dish. Coming through here is then our dish station. Our dish station is fairly small compared to some of the other restaurants, but it's just very quick and efficient. So dirties go in, cleans come out, we rock it out, and then keep everything organized and ready to rock. As you can see here, which they've talked a lot about, and I know we were featured just recently, but we do a lot of composting, which is cut down on a lot of waste for trash, and also then just helps out the environment in general. So it's a really, really awesome initiative that we really fully support, that keeps us kind of flowing as well. Then over here, our lovely Miss Sharon, who I'm sure all of you have enjoyed many of her soups and just about everything Sharon has her hands on. So right now this morning she is working on making our jackfruit for our vegan tacos, working on tomato jam, which that goes with our grilled cheese, as well as some marinara sauce. Earlier she was making rosemary pear butter. So Sharon is a machine. She keeps rocking things out and puts a lot of love and a lot of heart in it. So Sharon's been with us from the beginning. So she's been with us coming up on 3 years now as well, and has been an integral part of our entire team, as well as flavors, keeping those consistent and reliable. And then kind of moving on, you can kind of just see, so we have some reaching coolers throughout. This is actually, doesn't seem like a fun, cool thing, but this bad boy can deep clean just about anything in a very quick manner. So this water looks very dirty, but that's because it cleans everything super, super well and super fast. And so we use that for all of our grill parts and anything like that, so it just eats away all of the grime, and then we pull it out the next morning and it's ready to rock. Moving down for a few of our other fun tools, so we do our own slicing here as well. So anytime you get one of our shaved meats or anything like that, that's done in-house, as well as then our mixer, which is used for anything from whipped potatoes to butter to making meatloaf in. I mean, it's all in one mixer. And then, of course, the cooler. These coolers have a thermostat on the outside as well as inside to help us regulate. And then we do, on a daily, keep track on all of our coolers. Actually, we keep track of a daily log just to make sure that it's staying to temp, so that we can make sure that we are serving appropriate, healthy food. So if you want to step in here real quick, it's a little chilly, but nothing super crazy. It's just a big refrigerator. So we have our produce, fruits, move over into the dairy. We always like to put the dairy in the back because then that's the coolest part, so it helps keep that regulating temperature as well. Into then just kind of meats, which doesn't seem like a crazy thing, but you really got to make sure that you have cooked product on top, move down into raw product, raw chicken on the very bottom, just for sanitary reasons, just in case anything drips, which obviously we don't like, and we don't want that, but keeps it very safe and sanitary. And then moving on out. Last but certainly not least is the freezer. The freezer is kind of a cool thing because that temperature is not lying. We like to keep our walk-in freezer at anywhere from -10 degrees to 0 degrees to ensure that everything is completely deep frozen, if you will, and then that way it ensures that it's not going to go bad. This one's not nearly as fun, but again, it's just a nice little view into our world of all the different stuff that we hold in. Again, same kind of organization. You have your fish, and then it goes over to chicken. You have pork and then beef. To kind of keep all those separate, even though they're frozen. Into then baked goods and different quick grab vegetables and fruits. So that's a little bit of the back of house wise. Thank you all so much for coming on a little journey through a typical day here at the Meadows. Thank you.